It's not over yet! I'm not finished!
Give it up already.
One of the many secret scenes available on Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence Disc 2 Persistence. This is the PlayStation 2 2-disc edition that was released back in 2005 or 2006. Well, I just said 2005 on there, didn't it? When it was re-released in the Metal Gear Solid collection for the PlayStation 2, which had Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3, the MGS3 that came with it was Subsistence, only a lot of the contents from Disc 2 were moved over to Disc 1. And unfortunately, the Secret Theater, let's go ahead and pop in here and take a look. This was not ported over to the single disc edition, and indeed wasn't on the HD collection as well, which is kind of a shame because these are really funny. Well, they crack me up anyways. The one that we watched was Die Hard, and as you can see, you've got quite a few of them here, and they all vary in degrees from silliness. This Metal Gear Solid 4 trailer for E3 is nothing like what Metal Gear Solid 4 ended up being. In fact, this had absolutely fuck all to do with Metal Gear Solid 4, except for the title Metal Gear Solid 4. It didn't even have Guns and the Patriots in it. I'm sure these are available on YouTube. I know they were back in the day. If I can find a playlist form of these, I'll go ahead and put that in the description. And if not, then I do apologize. I know they used to be, because I actually watched these before I found this 2-disc edition. And you'll know the 2-disc edition in stores whenever you look for it, because it's the one with the green cover with Big Boss saluting, and not the one with the Yoji Shinkawa art that has Big Boss in the front and then Eva and the boss in the background. So these are pretty cool. I would love to share them all with you in this video, but that would put us at over an hour, I think, after we check out all the other special features. And plus, whenever I record PlayStation 2 footage, the converter that I go through to get HD takes up a shitload of space on the computer. I mean, this little 15-minute segment here is probably going to be like 11 gigabytes, you know? So I'm sorry, I can't go too in-depth on those. But as you can see, Disc 2 had Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2, which were on the single disc edition, and are also in the HD collection. And we've also got Snake vs. Monkey, which I'll do a checking out episode on a little bit after I upload this and give you all a good look at that. It's just basically Ape Escape with Snake walking around with the easy gun that shoots knockout bananas or something like that. And if you play this and save the data on your PlayStation 2 memory card, then you'll actually get a banana pattern camouflage, which doesn't really do anything. It's just kind of a funny visual. The duel is essentially a boss survival mode. It was present in Metal Gear Solid 2, and it makes its return here in 3. I don't remember right off the top of my head if this was available on the single disc edition. I want to say it was. Honestly, I don't know. I'm kind of 50-50 with it. It's been so long since I've checked out the 1-disc edition, because ever since I picked up this 2-disc one, I've stuck with that. It's been so long since I've played it, I don't remember if it's on the single disc or not. The big appeal of Disc 2, and what I think is the reason why they stopped producing the 2-disc edition, was the online mode here, where you could do player versus player, team deathmatch and shit like that. I never got to check it out. I didn't have... Well, I mean, first off, by the time I got around to actually owning a PlayStation 2, the PlayStation 3 was getting ready to come out. So I was incredibly late to the party with these newer gaming consoles, and I didn't have the little fancy adapter for it that could enable you to play online. So I don't know if that was any good or not, or if it was any fun. I mean, I'm sure it was if they kept putting online modes in the Metal Gear Solid series. From what it looks like, because when you fire up Disc 2, there's like a 3.5-minute cinematic trailer for the online mode. it looks like, if you ever played the online Peace Walker, that's what it looks like. You know, just red versus blue, capture the flag, shit like that. That's what it looks like. I don't know if it actually was or not. Now, somewhere on here, I've looked up online, somewhere there is supposed to be an input option for a code, which you can use to input the code that you get from the guard in the Granny Gorky lab.
Speak. Acid password JEHUTY.
That would enable you to play the full Metal Gear Acid game, which was a card-based Metal Gear Solid game. I think there were 2 of them that were only available on the PlayStation, the PSP, PlayStation Portable, I suppose. But I've never found a code input menu on here. I don't know if that's something that was only available in online mode or what, but I've never found it on here. So yeah, these are our bonus features for the 2-disc edition of Metal Gear Solid 3 Disc 2. We're going to pop over to Disc 1 right quick and take a look at the extras that are on that. We're going to stay away from the single disc edition and the extras that are on the HD collection, because everything that's on the HD collection was already available on the PlayStation 2 version of the game. And since most of the stuff was carried over to the single disc edition, I've already got the 2-disc edition dug out and ready to go. So we'll just pop over to Disc 1 and take a look at that, and then we'll call these extras good. Then we'll get into the trophies. Anyways, I'm rambling, so let's get over to Disc 1. Okay, back on Disc 1. Let's check out what we've got here. I'm sorry, I've been saying it wrong. This is Sustenance, not Subsistence. So Subsistence must have been the re-release of Metal Gear Solid 2. Briefing files. I don't recall what these are. Oh, I think it's just text logs of what you're going to be doing in the game. Demo Theater, of course, is you can go back and view all the cutscenes that you have unlocked throughout your playthrough, every one that you've seen. I can't remember right off the top of my head if I've got all of them unlocked on this particular memory card. We'll see here in a moment. I should have done some research first, I'm sorry. No, I do not. I see a blank space up there. But of course, this is available on the single disc edition and the HD collection as well. So you just go back, you can watch every single little cutscene that you've unlocked so far and make your own little YouTube videos about them and commentate on them. And yeah, pretty cool though. I wish every single game did this because I enjoy a good cutscene. I really do. It's a shame that the Tomb Raider series doesn't do that anymore. They used to when they were doing Legend and Anniversary and maybe Underworld. I don't recall. It's been too long since I've played Underworld. As you can see, no password option here for the Metal Gear Acid code. Not even in special. Of course, photo album, that's been kind of a staple of the Metal Gear Solid series since the first one back on PS1. But this is what you get here on the 2-disc edition. Well, actually, this may have been present on the single disc edition. I think it was, actually. But I know that it was not on the HD collection, which is a shame. You basically get to look at the camos that were made specially available, as far as I can tell, for the 2-disc edition. Or the Sustenance re-release. It's been so long since I've actually played the regular sort of vanilla, quote-unquote, edition of Metal Gear Solid 3 that I don't recall if this was on there or not. But essentially, these are all camo patterns that you can download onto your memory card and then open up while you're playing the game. And they're not really worth a whole lot. You get better camouflage in the game. The only ones that I've actually used are Wet Snake, which is pretty good for most environments, keeps you at around 75% or whatever. And the grenade camo right here, what this does is when you equip this, you have infinite grenades. It's a bit like the infinite camo face paint, only specifically for grenades of every single type. And the Santa one sounds cool, but it's essentially just a red and white color palette on Snake's normal olive drab camo. and East Germany and West Germany just have the flag on the side of the sleeve. Rainbow is incredibly bright. Don't wear that if you're actually going for stealth and don't want to be seen in bushes and shit like that. There's no real perks to any of these. The STV right here, that's St. Valentine's Day. And if I recall, it's been a long time since I've looked at these, so keep that in mind. If I recall, this is just the olive drab camo, only it's white, and it's got little red hearts all over it. So Valentine's Day, good for falling in love with Eva, I guess. But yeah, there we are. You would think that the swamp and the northern desert and the rock camo would actually come in handy, but yeah, there's just no real perks to these that you don't get better perks from in the regular game. These don't even have special effects like, you know, you can wear the animal camo pattern, and I think that steadies your hand, you know, from shaking whenever you're aiming at something. These don't even have anything like that. They're just bare bones camo. The only one is the grenade. And the mummy sounds better than what it is. And these take up a shitload of space on your PlayStation 2 memory card. If I remember right, these are about 500 megabytes each. It's either 500 MB or they're 1 gigabyte each, but they're pretty fucking big. I don't even think you could download all 20 of them onto a memory card and still have room for Metal Gear Solid 3. Especially if you have the Snake vs. Monkey file saved on there. So it's kind of shocking that they're so huge. You would think something like that would be a lot smaller. Of course, back in these days, the tech probably wasn't as advanced as it is now in terms of being able to save things in small file sizes. I mean, surely there's been a lot of progression over the years since this was released. Photo album, I don't think I've got any photos saved. We'll check it out though. Yeah, nothing there. Okay. But that's it. These are our Metal Gear Solid 3 special features. And thank you all for watching these. I hope there was something of maybe educational value with this one. You know, I don't know what the cost of this is like. When I got this 2-disc edition, it cost me $20. And it didn't have a single scratch on it or anything. But this is about 8 years ago that I got it. And I'm thinking it's probably a little bit more expensive now because retro gaming, even PlayStation 2 era, is very expensive. And it seems to be going up all the time thanks to a lot of people jumping on the bandwagon of, oh, gaming, they'll pay a shitload of money for collector's items. And this is a collector's item because they stopped producing it, you know, after the servers went down. And plus the fact that Kojima is no longer making Metal Gear Solid games, I'm sure that's going to probably jack up the price for some asshole seller. You know, he'll know that little fact and he'll just jack. Up it'll go, never to come down. But it's pretty cool. The main thing to buy it for, if you've got the single disc edition, would be the secret theater, because that's really the only thing you're going to be missing out on that is still accessible. You know, the servers are offline. I don't know how long those have been offline now. I mean, they very well could be going. I don't know. You know, I don't have online capabilities for my PlayStation 2. Like I said, I never got that little attachment thing. So, you know, maybe. I'm just kind of doubting it because it's been fucking, 11 years now as of this recording? 10 or 11 years. It's been a while, you know. But if you want to check it out, if you're a Metal Gear Solid enthusiast and a collector, yeah, it's pretty nifty. But you get most of the stuff on the single disc PlayStation 2 edition, which is still being sold to this day, by the way, in that 3-pack that I was talking about a little bit ago. So, yeah, you can get your hands on this fairly easily. It just may cost you a little bit of money, but it's not like trying to find a Sega Genesis game that still has the box and the booklet. You know, it's not going to be such a difficult hunt. Anyways, we'll go ahead and sign off. We'll take a look at trophies, but there's not going to be any commentary for those because those are pretty self-explanatory. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching this. Thank you for watching the Metal Gear Solid 3 series. Yeah, my name's been Winter, and I'll see you on the next series. And I hope everybody likes RPGs. Everybody take care out there.